Welcome everyone to Warcry. It's been a very long time since we played, but I'm glad to have Phil back on the table. Not literally on the table, that'd be a bit weird. But he's bringing his Fyreslayers, which I've never played against before. So talk us through it, Phil.
Yes, we have. I've split this up into the hammer, shield, and dagger. It's the new rules that we're using. This is my leader, who's a Auric Runefather. He's got nice little things with a unit of 2 Fyreslayers with axe and I'm using them as war picks and a double war pick. The shield gives them an extra bonus of toughness, and because you can now have 3 heroes, my other little department is another Runefather with 2 axes and shields, and or 3 in that case. And my third faction is a Auric Flamekeeper, and basically he's got a good reaction that allows an extra bonus of 1 to the damage points of things around him, as well as 2 guys with shields and war picks and a single guy with 2 weapons.
Very cool.
Most of the basic troops are toughness 4. Anything with a shield is toughness 5. They don't move very quickly, just 3 inches, but there are little movement and reaction shenanigans you can do that gets them a bit further on.
Yeah, so on paper they don't look very fast, but as long as you've got the dice, they will shift. And I like the fact they're on snowy bases, which makes a change, because a lot of these guys are on like lava bases and stuff.
It's cold in the mountains.
It's cold in the mountains. It's cold in the mountains. Just because they're Fyreslayers doesn't mean there's got to be fire all the time. Looking really nice, and definitely a nice contrast with the Catacombs board in the background. Okay, so this is my Slaves to Darkness. Second time using these guys. So I have got a Chosen, so a little bit of demon in him. I've got the Marauder Chieftain. And I've just got a standard Chaos Warrior with shield, because toughness 6 is quite nice, but they are very expensive. 170 points, can get too many in a list. It'd be nice to have a whole list full of them, but they're slow, but durable. They hit on average, I guess, whereas these guys are very, very pillow-fisted. Regular Marauders, but I just like the old school models. But they have gone up in 5 points, but still for 65 points, toughness 4, 10 wounds. Like Phil was just saying off camera, 10 wounds is pretty nice, because the average grunt is normally 8 wounds, so they're a little bit tougher, but they're still quite pillow-fisted. But lots of models on the table. Obviously the standard doesn't add anything, I just thought it was a cool model, so bringing the old models out. It's a fairly interesting list, because whatever way you cut it with Slaves of Darkness, I can't quite get it to 1,000 points. Alright, let's see how they do on the table. Okay, so today's mission is the Dispute, and we're playing on the Catacombs board. So we'll soon play some models and show you the deployment. So this is the deployment. So I've got my hammer over here, consisting of my leader and some marauders. A chieftain and some marauders over there for my shield. Phil's hammer here.
Yeah, there's a Runefather, guy with a double-handed axe, and then ordinary berserkers with shields and axes, or axe and war pick.
So just ordinary berserkers.
Just ordinary
it's just berserkers.
Just angry about things. This one's got a different leader. This is a Flamekeeper.
Okay.
With the axes and shields and axes and war picks.
And that's your shield section. So the tunnel network there and the tunnel network here will be our daggers in turn 3. So this specific mission, we get 1 point for the mission itself, the objective token in the center, and we get a point for more fighters in each quarter than your opponent. So if I had 3 fighters there, if I only had 2, I would get a point there. So I think we're all going to kind of congregate towards the centre, really, aren't we?
I feel that will be the case because we both seem to have equal amounts of troops on the table.
Yeah, what have I got? 3, 6, 9, 11... 11?
I have 12, so it's unlikely that we're all just going to sit in the corner. Although I could, just to get 1 point per turn.
I mean, you could.
But that would be so dull.
I mean, you could. Yeah, none of us have really got range either. Have you got any magic or anything like that?
No. We're dwarves.
So, we both got 2 doubles and 2 singles. I used a wild to make 3 doubles. Phil used a wild to make 3 doubles. He keeps copying my homework. So it's still a roll-off to see who's going to go first. It's got a 4. I also have... What the... This is going to be a weird game. 3. That's a 5. Does it count out the train?
If you count it, it counts down by me.
Okay. So I do get to go first. I'll come back after my first movement. So my first movement was moving a guy onto the bridge. I'm going steel bridges, or bronze bridges, rather than wooden, because last time I played in Catacombs, they fell into the lava. So just to remind you folks at home, you roll a 1 on the wooden bridges and the bridge collapses. Roll a 1 on the bronzy bridge and you get another chance to see if the next person moving over on a 1 will fall in. Gives you 2 chances on the bronze. I shouldn't say a lot because the first model I believe I moved over.
Yes, the first time.
Yeah. So I'll just keep my mouth shut. So Phil, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do a double move action on this guy, which is just 3 inches and 3 inches. Takes him to the doorway. That's him done.
Nice. So we decided to do all the movement for turn 1 because it's just damn sight easier. You're not going to want to see a guy move. So that's my final position. The bridge is not weakened. I didn't roll any 1s. The guys over here got as far as the gate. Guys over here got as far as the gate. Phil has split the party, but none of the bridges are weakened. So it's turn 2. It's going to get messy. So we do get points at the end of each turn. So I've obviously got this quarter, because none of Phil's are in this quarter yet. I've got that quarter, Phil's got that quarter, and that quarter. So we both have 2 points at the moment. So once again, Phil's copying my homework. We both got 4 singles and a double. So we both used our wilds to make 2 doubles. So we both will have to roll off to see who's got priority. 5 and a 2, which was the same as last time, wasn't it?
Something like that.
That's a bit weird. I didn't really want to go first, to be fair. Okay. First action over here is to open the gate and move the guy 4 inches. So it's an action to open the gate.
Right, I will double move this guy.
So with the new rules update, we have reactions now, which can be pretty useful.
Well. I'll spend a double to Relentless Zeal.
So Relentless Zeal, Phil's got a double, which gives him an extra 3 inches to your move.
3 inches in the move action.
Which is pretty good.
So
especially when your movement's only 3.
Going to go to 6. Oh, that's a wall. So he's going to go...
So the black marks on the map
4 to there. Another 6 to there, and then 6 to there.
That's crazy. That is some good movement for a short-legged dwarf. Okay, so Phil's moved over there, and I've moved a guy over there. Just double move, nothing special. So it's at the end of the game we'll be scoring the, looks like a orc eye. So he's not quite close enough to be scoring at the end of the game. I don't think he'll make it to the end of the game, but hey ho. Phil, you have another guy you want to activate? I mean, you could always just pass and not bother moving anybody.
Yeah, I thought about that. Momentarily. So I think he will just double move.
So he's still staying in that quarter. Nice. I don't know if you can see on camera, but the cardboard line actually does help the quarters in this one. So Phil is literally just in his quarter.
I couldn't.
So still no combat at the end of turn 2. This is where our warbands have ended up. So we'll both still have 2 points. Turns out one of the dwarfs moves slightly too far, so there's a few dwarfs in that quadrant or quarter. There. No one's crossed over each other's lines yet. Turn 3, this is where the reserves come in. Okay, this time around I definitely have the initiative with 3 singles. I've made 2 doubles for myself. Phil has a triple and 2 doubles. So the reserves have come in. So one of mine came in there. One of Phil's came in there. Can't be within 3 of another enemy. So we actually were quite gentlemanly here. I placed all 3 of mine there. Phil had 4, so he could have well, not easily, he could have squeezed another model in there. But he decided to hold off and keep 2 off the table for now. And see what happens in the following turns. Okay, so we're about halfway through round 3. There's a lot of tactical movement and decisions. I've got 4 guys so far in that quarter, so that's tipped Phil's hand of thinking, rather than putting some guys in that quarter, he's just going to charge and beat the tar at me. So this is the first combat, about halfway through turn 3. This guy wants a fight with one of my marauders.
He's just moved in for 1 action and he's now got 2 attacks. He's strength 4.
I am toughness 4.
So 4s. So that is just 1 damage.
Just a whole 1 damage.
But it's the first point of wound.
It's the first little bit of blood. First blood. I've got the token there. The only other wound that's been called so far is the bridge has been weakened by 1 point. Dun dun dun. Okay. So my chieftain, my marauder chieftain, is going to step up. He is spending a double for imbued with dark power, giving him a whole strength 7 now technically, but that is excessive. It's 4 attacks, and he's going to try to smack the toughness 5 berserker. And I know I am in range for a retaliation over there. So this is a bit like drafts, I think. You take 1, I take 1. So I wound on... You can't get better than 3s in Warcry, can you, for wounding?
No.
So even though I've really maxed out my strength, only 2 there. So that is a whole 2 damage. Because the chieftain now has dropped a lot of points for the new update. So he's standard 1 damage apiece rather than 2. And 4 on a crit rather than 5. So eye for an eye there.
Oi, oi, Captain.
And he's still in that quarter. So will it make the whole world blind, Phil? What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? What's it all about?
What's it all about? Fee. You know, we really shouldn't sing because, you know, it'll drive A, the women crazy, and B, copyright, they might think we're playing a CD. The fact that we are so perfect in harmony there.
I will...
I mean, you don't have to attack.
No, of course not. No, of
just
course not.
stay there, that's fine.
I'll spend a double for Relentless Zeal on him. So that means I can move 6 for the first action and then 3 for the second.
And where's he going to go?
He's going to go to there.
Ooh, so still staying in that quarter. So you've got 3 in that quarter, and I've got 4. So you could easily stop me from scoring by plonking a dude there. Ooh, Phil. Okay, so at the end of turn 3, bit of a stalemate over here. Phil was going to go, I was going to go. So we're both within 5 of the hard hitting stuff. So Phil could really smack me back next turn. I had to move my Chosen, my leader, all the way back there just to scrabble 1 point back. So he's not going to be in the fight. Because Phil had 4 of his Berserkers over here. So I had to get 5 in or he would have taken the point away from me. So if the mouse is right, I've got this one, that one, and I'm contesting that one. So I gain 2 and you gain 1.
And I've just got the one over there, so
just the one over here.
just one there.
But Phil in turn 4 has more models coming in. Certainly won't be from that side because I've made sure of that.
Certainly won't be.
And he will be massacring some stuff. So I do promise there will be lots and lots of fighting in turn 4. Okay, so turn 4, the Slaughterfest will begin. I've got 2 singles because of my wild, a double and a triple. Phil has a quad, and what a quad ability he will have on 6s, no less, and a double. So I do have the priority. So before I die, unfortunately, my semi-hard hitting guy there is out of range. So I think for the big axe guy, I want to kill the big axe guy because Phil could potentially have 9 attacks with him and he's got 2-inch reach, so he could just wipe everybody out. Sadly, I'm not within range, so I'm going to have to attack the guy with a shield. I'm going to use my double 3 to be imbued with dark power, allow me to do 8 attacks onto that guy, wounding on 3s. So I'll do the first.
The guy with the shield is toughness 5.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I'm wounding on 4s now, not 3s, because he would have been 3s.
He would have been 3s.
But you're too far away. So 4 attacks, sling for 4s or more. Okay, so that is a single wound and a 4. So that's 5 wounds so far. Followed by 4, 5, 6 wounds.
That's 10 altogether.
So it's 10 altogether on that guy.
Already got 2.
Already got 2.
That's 12, and they have 12 wounds.
They do. So that's my Marauder Chieftain done. That's
12 wounds, he's gone.
angered the rest of the dwarves though, because the guy with the big axe is in a very, very target-rich environment.
Broad axe, strength 5.
Do you want to spend your quad? And
I will spend my quad of 6 and add the value of that to the attacks.
Nice.
So that's 9 attacks.
Actually, it's more because you get 3 standard, haven't you?
I get 3 at standard. Plus
3
6.
standard plus 6, and you can do another 3. So you attack twice, can't you?
I can attack twice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's 12.
Yeah. But it'll be 9 and 9.
Is it? Oh, 9 and 9. I thought it was 9 and 3.
Unleash Runic Fury. Until the end of this fighter's activation, add the value of this ability to the attack characteristic of melee attack actions made by this fighter.
Crumbs. So 9 and 9.
9 and 9.
Okay, so there's no way you're going to fail but killing all those guys.
It's my understanding, I should perhaps show that for people who may watch, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's just got the Fyreslayers symbol, then all Fyreslayers can use this, whether they're a hero or a fighter.
Definitely. So until the end of the fighter's activation, Crumbs, I think they need a PDF for that, surely. So 18 attacks with 1 model.
But it is quite, statistically, it's quite hard to throw a quad 6.
It is quite hard for a quad 6, so we're going to reward that by massacring 3 people.
We just have to be in range.
The shield guys are toughness 4, and my marauder is a big old toughness 3. So how are you going to divvy this up?
Well, I'll do my first attack. I have to do. First attack will go on to that guy, the one with the wound already.
And how many attacks are going to go into him?
But I can only attack 1 model per action.
Oh, I suppose so. It's 9 and 9. So you're going to really.
It'll be 9 and 9. Yes, whichever. even if one guy's left with 1 wound, I can't split.
Nope.
It has to be 1 on 1.
Nope.
So on the guy who's already got a wound.
Toughness 4, sir.
So it's going to be strength 5. So it's going to be 3s.
Woohoo! Well, to be fair,
That's 10.
that
That's 12 wounds altogether.
12 wounds.
Oh, no, hang on, 12.
I was going to say, Phil, that he's definitely dead. He's definitely dead. So I do have a reaction, but I can't use it at the moment. It wouldn't have made a difference. I would have only healed 1, and so whatever happened, Phil would have killed that guy. Big time.
10, yeah, that's 16 wounds.
16 wounds on a 10 wound guy. You got him, and then presumably you can hit the guy next to him.
The guy next to him now, who has no wounds, so he can't.
Out of it. You're right. Okay, so 9 attacks on that guy. Needing 3s. There's a crit.
So that's 10, 12,
Killed him.
14.
Killed him on the 10. The 2 6s.
Quite poor though, 5 fails out of that.
Yeah, out of 9 dice. Yep.
9 dice, yeah.
That is unbelievable, Phil. Amazing ability.
Don't wind up a dwarf.
No. That's why I ideally wanted to kill him first, but he was too far out. This guy's going to move very slightly. He's only got 2 attacks. Wounded on 5s and 6s. There's no point in using Imbued with Dark Power because it's only 2 attacks. It's just happy if something does happen, which it doesn't. So that's him.
What strength are you?
3 and you are 4.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So I could have made me wounding on 3s, but with only 2 attacks, it's not very cost effective. He needed to stay there, and the attacking thing was just a bonus.
Yeah, that would probably be a better bonus on a leader.
Oh, yeah, if my leader wasn't. But it was worth it. Victory points count.
Points mean prizes.
So, I have moved this guy up over here to try to smack him, because currently, as we stand, Phil's gaining 2 points, and I'm gaining nothing. So I needed to take 1 guy out of here to make the score 1 and 1, which still means the overall total is I still win by 1 point at the moment. But Phil has spent his last double to do his reaction.
No, my last action as a reaction.
So you still have your double left.
I still have my double left.
Crumbs.
The reaction is gathered heroes. There are way too many fighter words in this paragraph.
Fighter.
But basically, it means if an enemy moves within an inch of one of my fighters as a reaction, I can move another fighter within 3 inches of that to move 3 inches to be within an inch of the fighter that moved to me.
Yeah. So basically, you've moved that guy from over here
over here.
You've called him. You're like, oi, come over here.
I need some muscle here.
So basically that guy can hit twice and he's still got his double left if he wants to. So this tiny little guy here is going to put 2 attacks into him, and your toughness...
Toughness 4.
So I will be needing 5s and 6s, which is not what I want. Nope. So he is done. So you've only got... Well, I suppose you've got 2 models left, haven't you?
Got those 2. Oh, that
so
one.
Just 1 there, and the guy with the axe.
Who will now...
Massacre.
Well, or it will just be... I'll spend... Actually... Yeah. No, I'll spend 2 for... that's it, the onslaught.
Okay.
Double onslaught. So that gives him, with his Rune Father Berserk, he's got 3 attacks, so it now becomes 4 attacks.
Horrible. And I am a toughness of 4.
Strength 5, so
3s, and it's going on the guy in front of him.
That is...
Oh, that'll do it. You got 2 crits there.
12 damage.
12 damage will instantly kill that guy, so there's no way I can now get this game back. It is literally a numbers game.
And now I will... My second action, because that was a free reaction on that guy.
Might as well. Oh, yeah, he's also dead as well. That's impressive.
That is berserkered right out of there.
So he is fully done. So whatever happens, I'm certainly not winning that one. So I might as well forget about that zone and just hop my fighter over there. So at least I save some face and gain 1 point. So you definitely got 1 there. You definitely got 1 there. No one's scoring that one. So I will get 1 point for moving over there. The options are rush that guy, which I did, to go there, or move over here. Phil will have the next turn anyway. So whatever happens, he doesn't need to kill me, doesn't need to, but I need to take some wounds off. That guy has 20 wounds, and it's the only thing I can hit. I'm going to try it. Maximum I can do is 12 if I critted everything.
Toughness 4.
And that is a crit. So that is a grand total of 6 damage. And then Phil's last one, presumably you're going to be somewhere in that region? You're not going to move out because that'd be ridiculous.
This guy, he'll just move nearer the centre.
Yeah, this is it. So the centre objective, which will happen in a minute because it's turn 5, Phil will definitely get. So the scores at the moment are, I've got 1 and you've got 2.
Yep.
So I've gone to 7 points, and I believe Phil's now on 7 points.
That's up to 7 points as well.
But Phil has definitely got the game. So even though I might have been scoring the first 3 turns, holding him off on the 4th turn, he will definitely overtake on turn 5. Okay, so it is turn 5. This is the big turn. So we've worked out Phil only needs to leave 2 dudes in there, a dude in there, and he's got 2 points, and he would win the game. So what he needs to do, doesn't even need to get the objective there, and the rest of the guys can just move over there, or he can just sit at the back, and he automatically wins. It's not very dwarfy though, is it? Nah, you want to murder some stuff. So I've got the priority with, actually Phil copied my homework again, so out of 5 turns, you got the exact same dice I did 4 times. It's pretty crazy.
Very good.
So 2 singles, 2 doubles. So I use my wild on a single to get the first turn, and a Hail Mary. So he's going to go first because he's the only one in range. I'm going to spend my double to mean that his 3 attacks will be wounding on 3s rather than 4s. So Phil got a load of crits. Can I do the same? Oh, not bad. So that is 6 damage.
Onto this guy.
Onto that guy. He's the only guy within range. So I need to do the same thing again.
So he's now took 12. You need to do 8 more damage.
Okay. 4, 5. So that is it for him. So it wouldn't have made a difference anyway if I killed one of Phil's guys, because he'd still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 technically he can play with. He can do whatever he likes with, because getting 2 points wins.
I made an error there. I could have used one of those as my reaction, because you're going to kill me before I do anything. I brought one of these guys to...
Yeah, I don't think it really makes much of a difference.
I don't think it does, but I should remember how to play the game.
That's generally a good idea.
Right then, so I will now activate my leader, who will spend the triple for... Oh,
What's he going to do?
Inspiring Presence.
Oh, that's not one you've used yet, and it's quite good actually.
That's a standard one. About another fighter activates after he's activated.
What about the other one you have for your leader? The other triple?
I have Relentless Zeal to help me move. The other one, that's a quad. None of the other... Honor Arrow. So fighter can only use this ability if an enemy fighter has been taken down by an attack action.
That's the one, yes.
I could have done that last time, but I spent all mine.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, because it does give everybody bonuses. Not that you really need it, because you're wounding all of my stuff pretty much on 3s.
No, I think actually I'll spend that double on Onslaught.
Cool.
On the leader. So he now has...
So it's a numbers game, so Phil could just pick off the weak ones, but he doesn't really need to be fair.
I now have 4 attacks.
And it's going into...
Let's do it onto that guy.
Okay, he is weaker, but you're still wounding on 3s there?
3s. That's 4 damage.
Just 4 damage?
And
okay.
I will do that again.
Sure, see what you get. That's more like it.
That's 2, 4, 6... 11, so 15 altogether.
15 altogether. That is more like the Phil that everybody knows at home. Right, so 15. There's a lot of wounds out there.
How many wounds has that bloke got?
So he is the chieftain. So he has 20.
Ooh.
Okay. I am going to cry. No. So he's not within 1, is he?
No.
No.
Although if you've got that thin ruler, that's 1 vertic
Is
width.
it? Ooh.
Surprisingly, they don't make that one for everything, which is a 1-inch width.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the one they do
on
for...
on these ones,
Yeah.
they're marked at 1 inch, but you can't get that 1-inch gap.
Yes.
So that is perfect for just dipping in. Do that.
Ooh.
So Games Workshop, get your act together. Put all them rulers like that.
Although, in this particular situation, I might want to use the other ruler, because I think that might be out.
That's out.
That's out. Like I say, I want to use the fat one and that's an inch.
See, that's an inch. That's an inch and a quarter. But
so the inch and a quarter would be quite useful to use as an inch right now. So
why
if I
have you
could
bothered
cheat...
marking it, but you can't dip it in?
I don't know. I don't know. It would be nice if I could cheat right now, but I can't.
No.
I think he is actually safe. The chieftain is just probably going to bite the curb, I would imagine, in a second. He's not likely to take that guy out. How many wounds he got left? 5?
For 15, 70 is 2. 3.
Okay. So I didn't want to be defeatist and go, there's no way I can win this, but it's a numbers game. Mathematically, I can't argue with logic. I can cheat and try to make a 3 into a 5, but it's never going to work. So mathematically, that's the layout that Phil needs to do. 4 here would mean that I can't score there. 1 there, I can't do nothing about that. 2 there, because I'm contesting there. And 4 over there, because I've only got 3. So he doesn't need to kill anybody. I would need to kill a lot to take them out. So if I kill that guy, I'm contesting. Boo-hoo. If I manage to kill one guy over here, which would be very, very lucky, I'm contesting. So worst case scenario for Phil, he'll be scoring 1, 2, 3 with the centre objective. That's my best case scenario. What probably would be happening is if I can't kill 2 models, Phil will get 5 points, 1 for each quarter, 1 for the middle. Either way, as long as Phil gets more than 1 point, he wins. Because if I score a point, he scores a point, which is not likely to happen, it's a draw. His worst case scenario is 3 points, so he will still win. So nothing I can do about that. It's a fantastic mission. I miss the Catacombs table. And it's the first time I played against Fire Eaters, actually. Fyreslayers in AOS or Warcry. So I think the really, really good points value, generally toughness 5.
Toughness 5 with shields, toughness 4 without a shield.
And if you've got the dice, they're surprisingly fast.
Yeah, you can use some of the special moves and the
reaction moves somebody up as well.
The reaction moves somebody.
So that's quite nice that they can leapfrog and do that. And the Slaves of Darkness, I just like the models. It's just nice to see old Marauder models. I don't think they're that broken. I think the best ability they have is probably their double, which everybody can use. Which basically, you're making most of your attacks hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Phil's unbelievable quads, he was quite right. The chances of getting 4 6s is unlikely, but to getting 9 attacks on a guy...
Of that power.
Because he's a strength 5, isn't he, with double-handed axe? It's gotta be.
Yes, it's strength 5.
Really, really good.
Auric Runefather.
And a lot of the Warcry missions, yes, it's nice to crack stuff and crump it and kill it, but it's done on it's just done on numbers. So with the new points changes, I did manage to get 1 additional model out of these guys, giving me 11 rather than 10. But Phil having 12 and wiping 2 out in 1 turn,
yeah,
and then in the following turn wiping another 2 out, it was a big, big deal. There's nothing I can do about that. But I'm not bitter. It's a fantastic game. You can't see, but I got a smile on my face, which is probably just as well we can't see my face. But thank you very much, Phil. It's been an age. We really should play more Warcry.
Thank you too, Ross. It was good. I enjoyed that.
And a beautiful painted army. Beautiful board too. I want to play D&D now. Look at the board. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. You know the drill. Thank you very much.